Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with the Manic Genius and the Sophisticated Jerk. But all right, man, we got a pretty good clip for y'all. So let me go ahead and just pull that up, man. We jumping right into it. Give me 1 second. But all right, let me make sure I take that up. But here we go.
Think it's a man's job to be a provider?
Honestly, yes. Because I shouldn't be doing shit. I should be at home with the motherfucking kids, baby. I should be at home with the kids, minding my business. You feel me?
So how does a man provide in a relationship?
Work for that shit. You better work. You better work your ass off. If you want a bad bitch, you gotta work for it.
I don't need to be provided for. I can do everything by myself. I don't want no man taking care of me. Period.
But I want a man taking care of me. I promise you that. I'd rather spend his money up than my fucking money up.
Back up.
So where'd you get this Miss Independent aura from?
I don't like when it boosts niggas' egos when they feel like, oh yeah, I'm taking care of her. So basically she got to do everything for me just because I'm taking care of her.
So you don't want to be submissive to your man?
I want to be submissive, but I don't want to motherfucking like be taken care of or nothing. Like I got that. Like I want to let people know that I got that shit by myself.
Would you date a man who made less than you?
I would. And I just, if he really want to make as much as me or even more, I'll help him get to that.
You think it's a man's job?
All right, man. What's your take? I'm interested to see what you guys say.
I don't want to get disrespectful, so
Now let's go there. Fuck it. I'm going in. Goddamn it.
No, I'll let you go first. Then, what's your take on it?
Oh, okay. First of all, man, that tall chick that came in. You I can't even give her a 50-50. You know, we 50-50 guys, but ain't no way in hell like I'm gonna let her sit at the house and be around my kids. What the hell is she gonna teach them? You know what I'm saying? That's number one. So yeah, I kind of feel like any guy that takes that on, she need to kind of be paying a little bit more. It might need to be like a 60-40 where she's paying 60% just to maintain the household, keep them there like an incentive. Ratchet as hell. So I mean, man, this is and then even the one towards the end where she was kind of explaining like I mean, she was better. She was like, hey, I'm willing to work with somebody and stuff, but yeah, you could tell these chicks is ghetto as hell, man. And they definitely sounded masculine. The reason why, you know, we always kind of gave people pushback, because it's like, man, there's no issue with being a provider. But it's like, man, if you're going to go in that room of being a provider, you better make sure that you're getting the right person, because, man, your provision shouldn't just be thrown at anybody. Man, that shit should be earned. And you even got ratchet chicks talking about they want to sit at the house and be with the kids. Like, anybody that leave their kids with these joints, man, you might as well. They gonna be like 7th grade dropouts and shit. So yeah, but it's just like anybody's taking the word and running with it, talk about what they want, you know, even though they probably don't even qualify for the shit. So I mean, that's why, like I said before, me and you always gave pushback to guys. We're like, man, look, y'all just like coming out here acting like y'all should be throwing provision at anybody. Now it's like you got bottom tier chicks coming out here talk about I deserve this, and oh, I want to spend that money. I want to be at the house. I want this lifestyle. So yeah, that's why they playing with dangerous waters. These dudes, man, when they don't like outline and make people work for that provision and stuff. Yeah. So let me what's your thought on that?
I got the same sentiment. Essentially, I think that first off, I'll point out these women were drunk. You can just hear it in their voice and the whole demeanor. But I think it's a generational shift. They're clearly very immature, just the way how they approach things. But they're definitely younger, and they're at a young age where they're at the age where they're kind of like in their prime. So, I mean, they can kind of say like wild stuff and dudes will be like, oh, okay, whatever. Because they're just, you know, the focus is like beauty centric. And not to say that they're like great looking, but that's probably the best they're going to look. Once they mature and get to an age of,
you know, the best they gonna look.
I mean, yeah, they're just young now. So, I mean, as they get older and gravity starts to hit them, things are going to change. They have to be like a little bit more realistic with their expectations. But for and I mean their expectations are probably low. I mean, just based off of their age. So a guy could come in making 50,000 and probably be able to take care of them, and they accept something like that. But I'm pretty sure once they hit their 30s and 40s, they're gonna realize how crazy that sounds for a guy to just to come in and just and not to say that there's no guys that'll do it. There's plenty of provider guys out there, but what people don't talk about on the other side of provision when you're speaking solely on finances is, most people really don't have it like that. So the life that they think they're going to live is really not the life that they see of like the Atlanta housewives or anything like that, or any of these housewives. It's just going to be like a life of mediocrity. And most people just really can't accept that. Most women can't accept that. So it's just really setting themselves up for failure. I think the one girl at the end, when she was just like, oh yeah, I don't want a guy's, ego to be like dictating on what I can do and he can control me with their finances. Honestly, that was the only one that wasn't a gold digger out of that bunch, because she's like, I can't be controlled with, your finances. And that's commendable.
So you say, if I'm gonna decipher a little bit, you saying he's like a lot of the provision stuff, like you said, it's not gonna be like the housewives. These chicks gonna be out here eating grilled cheese and ramen noodles and shit, clipping coupons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
sharing a car with their husband, one car, or I mean, if they have two cars, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a Toyota Corolla or something like that, or a Kia. Was it a Kia Forte? Just a very small, it's very small and inexpensive car.
Is it a Kia Forte? God,
yeah, Kia Forte, Toyota Corolla, like like a car you would get your first kid when they turn 16.
Yeah, like my first honor roll and shit.
Yeah, just a car to get you from point A to point B. Just because things are expensive, and especially if they're expecting to have a house or a home and a mortgage, you just can't spend on like the luxury items and have like nice cars. You might, if you can have two cars, especially at that age, it's going to be something more practical rather than flashy.
Not facts. And I like you said, I think that's critical, where it's like almost everybody's talking about the surface level. It's like you said, the provision part, but it's like, man, what does that look like? Because most people ain't gonna get to that magnitude where it looks real comfortable, especially with like inflation and this stuff, housing costs now. So yeah, I don't think people take the time to be like, man, what are you kind of willing to give up to like line up with the number that most people are falling under? Because yeah, most people ain't getting it like that. And then I do want to point out, let me pull this up again, because you hit a good point where you're like, this is probably their prime. They look worn out, man. Like that's just partying too hard and shit, man. Yeah.
But I think that's like a generational thing, because I mean, back when I was their age, women didn't walk around looking like that. Like they didn't do the whole. I mean, they always did makeup and stuff like that, but I mean, I could see the makeup, the fake hair, the super high, showing all their little skin. And it's like the makeup's caked on to the point, especially the girl in the red, like she looks like a whole, like one of those dolls where it's just like the whole face is like they're doing
color and shit.
Yeah. Like they're doing, I forget what, like they're doing like Japan where the whole face is just white. I think it's called geisha dolls, like a geisha doll. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, people didn't go out dressed like that. I mean, they think that they're looking good, but by just exposing as much skin as possible. But reality, they're just marketing themselves as, sexual objects to get attention, but they don't understand it just yet. But there's all types of guys and different tiers of guys, and the guys that will be attracted to that are typically not the ones that have marriage, in the long run of things. So Yeah, they just don't know. They're young. I won't give them too much.
Yeah, they better snap out of it quick though. That's what I'm saying, man. That
Yeah.
partying, man, do take its toll, man. So like you said, they
Yeah.
looking a little rugged now.
And,
Shit, they
and
stay on
even
this.
if you look at the comment at Nathaniel Love, all these girls side chick material at best. Like,
Yeah,
so it's just like this is how men, view women that act and dress like, certainly act like this for sure.
yeah. They said protect the last one at all costs. She needs a new
Yeah.
set of friends. So yeah, everybody kind of recognizing like this group
Yeah.
lost. But now you said something else, man. I wanted to touch on, and it's just, man, what some females got to understand, and guys got to, like I said, man, you got to respect your provision, man. Like you work hard for your money. It's like, man, you're not going to qualify in most cases for that.
Yeah,
If you go
facts.
down this path, like how you said, how they kind of operating in their mindset. Because like I said, man, unless you got like low standards as a guy, like, man, I'm not putting you around my kids, nor will I give you one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like
You're
another
unqualified.
question people got to ask, like, do you even qualify for like that level of provision? Like, because already you were kind of a gold digger, but I mean, if you move past that, shit, man, ratchet as hell, man. You can't teach them kids shit, because that's typically the thing where most people like, hey, I want to be at home, I want to be around the kids, teach them. It's like, man, are you capable of teaching? Because it's like, hell, if you ain't that like educated yourself, like I don't know what the hell they gonna be doing. They better off at the like school, daycare center, one of those like little academies and stuff. So that's another thing people don't also talk about, like you said, man. It's just like, shit, are you even qualified for that role to like, give those kids that level of intellect and all that? So yeah, no, we gotta start breaking this stuff down more. People gotta start asking these questions when they be saying this, like, yeah, you don't qualify for no damn provision, staying at the house. Better get your ass a job. Be thankful somebody messing with you. But all right, man, you got anything else on this?
Nope.
Kind of wish you would have turned up a little bit. But all right, y'all, keep sending us some clips, man. We keep breaking these down. But all right, peace.